Web3 TV.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Game Expo Summit in Dubai. I'm Adel, the host today. We have Khalil from American University in Dubai. Khalil, how are you doing today?
Thankfully, pretty good. I finally figured out most of my game.
Oh, nice, nice. So we're at a Game Expo. What brings you here today?
Today I'm exhibiting a small indie game we've made. For the most part, it's a point-and-click sort of unique puzzle game about someone going through depression and the small little steps about going through all of that mostly.
Oh, wow. So is the point of this to navigate depression, come out of it, and how to find a solution to depression?
It's more of the idea of showcasing what it's really like, the small little bits of what someone goes through. So, for example, how someone can have a very hard time getting out of bed, getting through their day, apart from the major, bigger things that they usually go through.
Wow, that's really this is something different from the usual gaming. Where can the game be accessed?
Well, as of now, we're still on an early build, but the moment there's more information, you'll probably know.
Are you planning to launch it on PC only or beyond PC too?
As of now, currently only on PC.
Only on PC. And what sort of target audience are you targeting?
Well, mostly two things. People who want to see themselves represented, in a sense, and seeing the idea of this is what I go through, and getting a common understanding of it all, but also that common understanding. The people who might not have this idea of what depression is really like, what sort of different mental health states are like.
Interesting. And in terms of age demographic, since it's a game, is it meant for any age or a specific age range?
Well, we're aiming for more, if I remember correctly, around 13 and up, but closer to the 15 to 18 range.
Okay.
Mostly because that's where the most common experiences are, and that's where most people will sort of start to see themselves day to day.
Oh, I see. So when you say that, is this the time period when people get depressed most?
In terms of their age and everything?
Yes.
It is where most of change happens in life if you exclude, 30s trauma and so on.
Right. Midlife crises.
Exactly. And it's also where people start getting a lot of changes when it comes to how their life moves around, whether it's graduating, whether it's things with family or what they learn about themselves and so on. Yeah.
You majored in game dev.
Yes.
What excited you about it? What made you decide to go down this path?
Well, it's mainly, game development as a platform and medium. The idea of a painting being something that's almost static, but still meaning is inflicted upon it. And then something along the lines of a movie, something that you experience and you see in so many different ways. But a game is different in the sense of that interactivity. You can actually change what happens, but you can also feel yourself in the game. And I just had a lot of ideas for how to put a lot of different things in the hands of a player, putting them in a lot of different worlds, basically.
Interesting. So, going forward in the roadmap, I mean, you planning to stay in the gaming industry? You planning to is this the most exciting industry for you?
For now, thankfully, hopefully, yes. And currently I'm working with my university also to start up, as far as I know, the first accredited game dev major in the UAE. So we're hopefully working on that, as well as a few research papers that I'm currently working on. So for the most part, that is where my future is headed.
What tends to be the issue in the gaming industry is monetization, because people want to play the game just to play the game and not have to pay. Is this something that you find to be a concern?
I think the main concern is balance. The balance between hyper monetization, the idea of making game for the pure purpose of infinite profit through in-app purchases, but also something that's a very high quality game that has a lot of production behind it, but then being $80 or something along those lines. And so when there is that balance, a lot of indie games have released at $20 to $30. A lot of people have seen that as an easy buy, especially at quick sale or something along those lines. And then what ends up happening, more and more people play it because of the entry port compared to higher things. So that balance, which I think has come along with games like Balatro, for example, it's a very good game, but it's also very affordable, also had a free demo, and also sold a lot. And so I think that balance is the most important thing right now when it comes to monetization.
If you find the secret sauce to achieving that balance, let us know.
Well, hopefully, and I say this with completely detesting this medium/mode, it's not subscription services.
Got it. Amazing. Khalil, thanks so much for your time. And before we wrap up, for the audience watching, where can they find more information about what you're building?
For the most part, when it comes to on my end, just as an indie dev in general, there's Jeff Jefferson, that's a triple F and triple F on Instagram. That's mostly it, apart from a website I am working on somewhere.
Perfect. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it, and all the best.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. Hope you found this insightful. We'll leave all the links in the description so you can check out Khalil's profile. Thank you again. I'm Adel, the host, and I will see you next time. Cheers!